Hello, welcome to Wedding Tip Wednesday. Today I'd like to talk to you about gift lists, as it's one of the subjects that most often crops up when we're talking to couples about planning their weddings. The first thing to remember is that your guests will generally expect to see some kind of mention of a gift list, so please don't be worried about including it in information for your invitations. Having said that, it can be a tricky subject to bring up, especially if, like a lot of people nowadays, you've already set up home, you don't need another set of towels or a toaster, and actually what you would prefer is either gift vouchers or cash. But there are a couple of ways that you can do it that shouldn't offend even Uncle Hector and Aunt Betty. So firstly, think about alternatives. Think about things like charities. More and more charities nowadays are involved in wedding gift lists and will help you to produce something that is slightly more personal and a little bit different. A few favourites of mine are Oxfam and particularly Action for Children, especially considering that there's a lot of second-time marriages now where children are involved, and it's nice to add that personal touch through a donation to a relevant charity. Finally, the thing I wanted to talk to you about was an idea that a friend of mine came up with that I think was absolutely fantastic, and it's a great way of asking for cash without actually asking for cash. What they did was they looked at their honeymoon and they pinpointed a few experiences that they were going to do on their honeymoon. Some were as simple as going for cocktails in fantastic hotels. Others were slightly more daring, like shark diving off the Great Barrier Reef, that type of thing. But then they assigned an amount of money it was going to cost them to each experience, set up a very simple website, emailed that around to their guests, and enabled them to then buy experiences for them from their honeymoon gift list. The great thing about this, obviously, is you don't have to spend the money on the things that you've asked people for, although it would be nice if you did. And what it does do is give you a fantastically wonderful way of writing heartfelt thank you letters for the experiences that the guests think they've bought you. So there's just a couple of ideas for gift lists. Don't be afraid of them. Do exactly what feels right for you. With some, bear in mind the people that are coming to your wedding and some of their sensitivities. And if needs be, then use something more regular, like a John Lewis gift list, as a smaller alternative to your more independent personal touch. Whatever happens, enjoy the planning.